James, I'm going to be honest. I love Andy Reid. I believe Andy Reid is the greatest offensive mind of this generation, but game plan, terrible. It sucked. They were set up to fail, set up to lose. They had one running play in the first 13 plays or 4 drives of the game. What does that mean, viewers at home? As a lone defender on this desk and one of the few defenders, I think, on national television, if I don't have to play the run, then all I have to do every single possession, pin my ears back and rush. And it became apparent by the Chiefs' second possession, they weren't even going to try to run the ball. See, usually defenses have to get you out of running the ball. You try to run it, you try to run it, you try to run it, they stop you, they stop you, they stop you. Okay, we're going to pass. Psych, I'm kidding. The Chiefs didn't even attempt to run it. First play, RPO, quick pass. Second play, RPO, quick pass. One run for 2 yards in the first 4 drives. You're set up to fail because now you've made yourself one-dimensional, Andy Reid. We didn't even have to make you one-dimensional. In defensive meetings before every game, the goal is this: stop the run, force them to pass. Stop the run, force them to pass. But Andy Reid, you did our job for us. You stopped the run by your play calls. Thus, you forced yourself to pass. Thus, 4-man rush, 6 sacks, 2, 3 picks, all because you didn't even try to run the ball. By the time they ran their second running play of the game, the score was 17-0. It was 17-0 by the time the Kansas City Chiefs attempted their second run of the game. That is outlandish. You were setting yourself up to lose that game by how you called that game. James Jones, I think Andy Reid has to take the brunt of it because he set Mahomes up. Not obviously intentionally, people at home. I'm not saying this hyperbolically, but based on how he called the game, he set Mahomes up to have a bad game. I'm blaming Andy Reid more. I think he's more at fault.
Oh, man, no. I disagree. And the main reason why I disagree is because all 3 of you guys have been on Andy Reid's side. Like, he's helped Patty out, and he calls these plays. Some of these plays is wide open before they happen. And I stood up here and I said, no. Andy Reid got Super Bowls because of how special Patty is. Playing on schedule, off schedule, in the middle of schedule, before schedule, after schedule, because of Patty. This is all on Patty, dog, offensively. This is all on Patty. We have Patty in the GOAT conversation, not because Andy Reid calls great plays, dog, because Patty is special. Early in that game, it was all pass. First RPO, Juju Smith, boom, got him out. I'm like, ooh-wee. Hey, nice play, hey. They worried about the run, boom, ball. On the third down, you throw the ball behind Travis Kelce. He coming in the middle for an easy first down. You throw it behind him. I cannot give any of this to Andy Reid. I cannot.
Any of it?
Listen to me, let me talk. I cannot give any of it because you are rushing for, that's players' plan. I know we're talking about Patty, that's players' plan. You can't sit up here and tell me Andy Reid didn't have a plan to block 4. You cannot tell me that when you got 5 linemen and a running back to block 4. And then Patrick Mahomes, you're getting out of the pocket too soon. You're stepping up in the pocket too soon. You're not getting the ball out of your hands. No.
Let him cook.
Let him cook. I cannot put this on Andy Reid.
I don't have the voice to yell over you to get your attention.
I'm going to let you go.
That's obnoxious.
I know it was. The only reason I have to vehemently disagree with you here on national television with everybody watching the post-Super Bowl show is this. If you do not try to run, you're not helping your quarterback out. Shady McCoy can say it better than anybody as a Eagles Hall of Fame running back. The best thing a quarterback can have is a good running game. And they had a non-existent running game. So I'm just telling you as a defender, if you're not going to try to run, bro, I don't have to play to run. So, of course, Pat's going to get sacked because I don't have to even consider stopping the run when I'm rushing.
And I understand what you're saying, Acho, but if Andy Reid's game plan this game was to say, hey, Patty, I'm putting the ball in your hands, we all would have said in the meeting rooms, Andy, that's a great plan. You understand what I'm saying? This is Patrick Mahomes we talking about, man. I'm not giving Andy Reid, I'm not bailing Patrick Mahomes out on this game because Patrick Mahomes did not play at a high level. I am putting this all on Patrick Mahomes. You cannot tell me Patrick Mahomes in year 7 at his lowest, getting the AFC Championship, getting the 5 Super Bowls, that he can't check into certain plays and all that he can't get to the run game when they rushing 4 people. We cannot put this on Andy Reid at all. This is on Patrick Mahomes. He played bad. Really, really bad. We've never seen Patrick Mahomes look like that. Even in the Super Bowl, he lost to Shady and Tom Brady, and at least we knew he had his 2 tackles out. We knew before the game it don't matter what Andy Reid called because the pressure is going to be happening. This game, we did not really know that. Patrick Mahomes did not have answers. Patrick Mahomes was not Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes did not make the plays. That's not on Andy Reid, man. Players play, dog.
Yeah.
Players play.
I don't disagree with you. I will say that I think it's 90% Patrick Mahomes, 10% Andy Reid. And the 10% Andy Reid, the only reason I'm saying that right now before I get to Mahomes is, one, I sort of agree with Acho. The run game, now there were called runs. The first 2 plays of the game could have been handoffs.
Yep.
Right? But Mahomes is Mahomes. He's going to choose wisely to do that. The other thing is, I hated the protection plan of Andy Reid in the first half. It was 5 offensive linemen, no chip. Listen. No chips and no nudges is what we call them by halfbacks and tight ends. They were sending 5 out into the pattern every time. Vic Fangio did not blitz one time. They had 50% pressure rate on dropbacks and 6 sacks on 0 blitzes. That is unheard of. You think after the second sack, they would be like, hey, we cannot hold up today. But Mahomes is running off the sideline. Let's chip. Let's nudge. Let's help our tackles out a little bit. Okay, so that's the 10% of Reid. But when you talk about Patrick Mahomes, he played his worst game as a Chief. And it wasn't even close in the biggest game of his career. And when I say it's the biggest game of his career, no one has ever three-peated. Mm-hmm. And all the pressure and all the talk the entire year really has been three-peat. They won the game last year, the Super Bowl last year, and Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes were talking about a three-peat. They weren't even enjoying the back-to-back. So they knew what they wanted, and they laid a flat-out egg. I agree that the biggest issue, though, was the Chiefs' offensive line. I agree, though, when you have 2 turnovers, the pick 6, 3rd and 14, you're it's a built-in scramble out to your right. We'll show it later. He forces the ball back to the middle of the field. A rookie, Cooper DeJean, baits one of the GOATs of all time into throwing it back into the middle of the field, picks him off. Here it is right here. Okay, Cooper DeJean's just holding out a nickel, easily takes it. I think it would have been picked off by the corner. Like, you can't make that throw down 10-0. Just throw exactly, Shady McCoy. Just throw it away. Like, he's forcing it. And then the other interception, look, he tries to make a play. Zach Baum makes a great play. His left tackle gets going to him. You have to do Mahomes, though. Here it is right here. His left tackle gets pushed right into him. So I get that, but an amazing play by Zach Baum, who has been, for $1.5 million, has been outstanding for what you got. But it's got to be 90% Mahomes, 10% Reid.
I'm going on Mahomes, right? You know what's funny?
My dog.
Where there's a lot of the touchdowns he has in the Super Bowls and playoffs, we give him a lot of credit for it. Now, we don't say, well, man, there was not one person around him when he caught that pass. Yeah. Uncontested. We don't say that. We give him the credit. Now, when things don't look good, I got to go to the quarterback. And this is not just a regular quarterback.
Yeah.
It's not Jalen Hurts. It's not Josh. It's not none of them guys. We're talking about the young GOAT right now. We're talking about the guy we compare
100%
to Tom Brady.
Yeah.
So that's great the same way. When I watch him play, he didn't look confident like I'm used to seeing him. I'm used to seeing like even 17 points, that's nothing for Patrick Mahomes. I played with him, I know that.
He came down from 24.
But then when I watch him, his face looked different.
Yeah.
He ain't going up and down. Hey, let's go. Hey, that's on me. I got y'all. I didn't see him doing that. I seen him do that before, not this game. Another thing is, you talk about the protection part.
Yeah.
Now, it's not a lot to the protection when they're on the set of 4 dudes. I'm a running back,
100%.
so I know all about protections and blocking. When there's 4 guys, there's really nothing to talk about. Yo, it's 5 of y'all, it's 4 of them. Running back, you trip, tight end here and there on your routes, you trip.
Yeah.
As a quarterback, I don't need to be called in for that. You don't have to put in my headset.
No.
Because I watched Pat do it. Just talk, hey, Shady, yo, hey, when you chip out, when you go on your route, chip out real quick.
Dorito.
Like, that's what quarterbacks do. I didn't see none of that. And the last part, in his eyes, in the pocket, he was so rattled in there. Because I was like, yo, if I'm watching a game, before the game started, I'm saying, okay, all the coaching and experience got to go to the Chiefs. They've been here before. They know what the good or bad. They know how to get out of it. I didn't see the experience yesterday. Yeah. I seen Pat rattled in that pocket. Sometimes it wasn't pressure. Yeah. Sometimes it was. But the ones that wasn't there, step on the pocket, make a play.
He was rush watching.
When we talk about Patrick Mahomes, we talk about Tom Brady. This is why I've said there's a big gap now that watching this game, because Tom ain't going to never get embarrassed like that. Ever. Ever. I don't care how good the defense is. He plays better defenses, better edge rushers. And we're not going to act like, and respectfully, Josh Sweat, I mean, there was a thing where it was like, hey, we're going to bet on Josh Sweat to not get tackles because the last 3, 4, 5 games,
he be getting tackles.
He be getting like 2 tackles, not even sacks. And he went off. All I'm saying is Patrick Mahomes, yo, he's a great player, still one of the GOATs. We just got to slow down a little bit, ease on the brakes when we talk about him and Tom Brady.
Let me ask you, before we go to break, because you're the lone defender at the desk, there's a lot of talk about who's to blame, right? It's the Chiefs blame, Andy Reid, is it Patrick Mahomes, is it this? At what point do you sort of flip it a little bit and go to the genius of Vic Fangio? Because entering this game, Vic Fangio was 0-8 versus Patrick Mahomes. Has given up 10 touchdown passes, only got 2 interceptions in 10 games. He got 2 interceptions last night. The game plan, I thought, from Vic Fangio, it wasn't some genius game plan. It was more he trusted his players to make the plays, and he trusted the talent to whoop that offensive line without blitzing. He's not a big blitzer to begin with, right? But at what point do you say, hey, you got to give him a bunch of love too?
You do, and we'll talk about that momentarily. Vic Fangio, to me, he trusted his instincts, and it worked. But truth be told, that Eagles game plan should not have worked. The Eagles game plan, rushing 4 against the Chiefs' offensive line, keeping in 5, that should not have worked. Yeah. Andy Reid should have got the Eagles out of a 4-man rush within the first 15 plays. Like, he should have got them out of a 4-man rush. You should have come out there, either tried to run the ball, or you should have come out there and found a way to hold up front. I was incredibly surprised that the Chiefs could not hold up. And here's why, James. The Eagles' D-line is good. They're not 77 sack good like they were 3 years ago.
No, they're not.
Eagles' D-line is good. But Josh Sweat, he only had 8.5 on the year, and he led the team with 8.5. There's not a 16, 17 sack guy over there. Nolan Smith is an ascending star. Nolan Smith, he didn't register a stat last night. I think he had 1 pass deflection, maybe. So the Eagles' defensive line should not have embarrassed the Chiefs' offensive line like that. That game plan shouldn't have worked as great as it worked.
I got you.
And that's my thing. And I know this question is, Patrick Mahomes or Andy Reid, but it should be Patrick Mahomes or the Chiefs players. That's embarrassing, dog. They had correct me if I'm wrong. Did they not have 3 Pro Bowlers on the offensive line?
Yeah,
and we sit here talking about it's 5 of y'all and 6 of y'all in the running back, and we talking about chipping and doing all that type stuff, and you can't block 5 with 4. And we talking about Andy Reid. No, it's the offensive line, it's the running backs, it's the wide outs, because I see D-Hop coming open, and D-Hop, you sliding.
That was bad,
You sliding, and the ball catch it and run. You tell me I was with you, Chase.
You think he thought he was about to get hit or something?
There was no way around
No. I'm going to let you know what I really thought. That was his first target. And as a wideout, his game ain't even started yet.
But that...
No, listen to what I'm saying. So when you're in the biggest game of your life, you don't know where the people at. You understand what I'm saying? So you're running and you have not got a target yet. You have not got hit. So as you see Patty coming on, you like, I got my first catch, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But that ain't D-Hop. Go catch the ball, stay on your feet, and go make a play. The Kansas City Chiefs players, man, like my kids say, they sold.
They sold?
They sold,
and like, I got to put a lot on Pat.
What does that mean?
Sold means like you gave a game up.
You gave a game up.
Yeah, like you lost.
SOLD.
Look, another thing is, knowing Pat for so long, I'm used to him making them plays. Yo, it was a point where I lost belief in him.
In Mahomes?
Yo, I'm going to say it again. There's games where I see Mahomes where, like, he makes everybody believe. There's only certain amount of players that make you believe. I play with Tom. He made everybody believe, right? This way he plays, the way he thinks, the way he talks, motivates. And then Patrick motivates in a certain way with his voice, but a lot of it is with his action and with the way he plays. Watching him, even the way he's jumping on the field, like, yo, I'm lost because he's lost. Did you see his eyes?
Yeah.
That's not the Patrick Mahomes I know.
Huh.
Yo,
wow.
And then
gotta go to break.
Can we get the Eagle defense they love? Oh, my God.
That's what I'm saying.
Because when we return, Mahomes lost.
What up, YouTube family? Welcome to the facility. Thanks for watching, and you better be sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to get more highlights from the show and all of our exclusive content.